All right, here we go. Got myself a Lego Speed Champions DeLorean time machine from Back to the Future. This is my first Lego in a long time and my first Speed Champions. So it's pretty cool scale. Great for the minifigures. Ooh, I like this. So in the words of the mighty Geek Strong, let's do this. All right. Don't see any. Really seal these up. Hey, Mr. B, how you doing, buddy? I believe you can hear me. If not, I apologize. Do I really need a knife open this box? I am surviving, buddy. Okay, now I gotta figure out. Is there not? It's a flip top? Is this really how Lego boxes work now? Can't be so. I can't believe I have to destroy this box to get in it. This is, I'm not gonna lie, this is ridiculous. So you literally have to rip open the box. That's well, according to, wow, that's a thick book. All right, so got some stickers. I'm not sure. Oh, there's two of these. Isn't that the antenna? Bag numero uno. It's been a long time since I built a Lego, Mr. B. I'm just wallowing in my depression as basically the World Cup's over now. As far as Canada is concerned. Ooh, what are these mystery bags? Alright, I just care about Lego minifigures. Always got to be first. That's the rule, isn't it? And hopefully all the minifigure parts are in the same Marty with his life preserver. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, now, can you tell the difference between these two? One of these is Marty. All right, the white eyebrows has got to be Doc Brown. Life preserver on. I don't see Marty's hair. Oh, and he's got a little band-aid on his head. That's hilarious. His hair is brilliant. Great Scott! All right. Alright, so where's Martin McFly's hair? Why would it be in a different bag? Hey Kat, how are you doing? This is the Speed Champions Time Machine. Found Marty's hair in another bag. I love the vest. Alright, I'm done. Not done. All I did is open up a bag. Paper bags. So many little pieces. There, that's all. So I'll just organize this. There we go, all organized. Yeah, I've been noticing a lot of people have been, from our, groups have not been streaming a lot lately, but I get it. Stuff happens. And shit also happens. Not just stuff. Alright, I'm going to move this keyboard out of the way since I don't need it. Speed. It's a big book, man. Alright, I'm already done that page. Alright, so... Alright, so Doc gets a wrench. Marty get a accessory? No accessory for Marty. Yes, there's a Lightning McQueen set. It's pretty cool. I've seen that one. Alright, so I believe I'm good to go with the packages I've already opened, right? That's the Lego rules. Unless you can't find the piece you're looking for. So this piece, black and gray. Alright, now we got, what is that? It doesn't really show how tight it goes. I hate it when I don't, so I have to guess. Is that, I'm gonna go with this look. Alright, so we got this piece. Rinse and repeat. I believe. Alright, so for what the hell? So I need this piece. And I need this piece, so think I got it. Yes, I've been seeing in the news about the heat wave, the heat dome, as they're known as. I hope everyone stays cool. Um, it's not messing around, man. These heat domes are real. I lost my dad during the heat wave here in Canada, um, 5 years ago now, and yeah, it was bad, man. It was very bad. Okay, so sticks out a little bit. So not everyone has air conditioners, but hopefully everyone has a fan or has a mall with air conditioning, something like that they can go to. You gotta do what you gotta do, man. It's not gonna last forever, but it's important that you stay cool. Lego. Alright, so I'm looking for one little piece. Of course I am. There it is. Okay. Yeah, I see that there's some big fires going on, Cat. That's not good either. It's that time of year, though. Like, it won't be long till that's happening here in British Columbia as well. We are quite famous for our forest fires, sadly. Alright, what the hell? Okay, so I see a little blue piece there, but I don't see anyone putting it in. Alright, little blue pieces. And that fell off. What the hell? Now I'm confused. Alright. Well, I guess if it doesn't go together, because I'm not reading instructions very well. Oh, that sucks, Cat. Yeah, Mother Nature is no messing around when she wants something to burn. Alright, so that looks nothing at all like what I've just built. Alright, so let's take that off. Take that off. Alright, so yeah, I don't know how I did that. Why is that wrong? What the hell, man? I don't like going backwards on these, I'm telling you that right now. So, apparently that doesn't go there, even though it does go there. Alright, here. pieces. Alright, that's not even the same. It's not the same. This is the same. There's not a thing here, man. There's not. That does not go there. Does it? No, how is that not right, man? How can I possibly have a piece stick out the corner and be flush at the same time? Like this? Ah. There we go. Not complicated at all. Now put these stupid pieces on. Have fireworks, yeah. Well, that's what you get. I watched America's July 5th fireworks last night from Washington, D.C. That was a pretty funny event to watch. Alright, so how the Donald could postpone fireworks till after midnight is beyond me, man. Alright, I think got it under control. So I don't know what that means. It means turn your shit around. Okay, so I don't see any pieces being added anywhere. Shows this piece times 2. Alright, they go in here somewhere. I don't have a Lego remover tool, so I have to use the fingers. Hey, Ronnie. Thanks for joining. All right. Now we got this piece plus block. I don't know what that means. But it tends to fit right about there. And I didn't need to add a block, whatever that means. Alright, so let's red. Red bricks with holes in them. But those, yeah, I guess they do have holes in them, you just can't see them. Alright, coffee break. Yeah, we have our big fireworks day here in Canada, believe it or not, it's Halloween. And, you know, the days before and the days after, when all the smashed pumpkins are littering the streets. And Canada Day, of course, our July 1st celebration. That's our extent of fireworks. It's more of a Halloween thing here, weirdly. All right, so that's obviously not right. Let's put this there. And now let's put this there. Is it just 2 pieces? What's going on, 42? the final product is amazing. I hope so, man, because it's a lot of work for me to build these. I'm a huge fan of the Lego minifigures. I'm also a huge Back to the Future fan as well. Alright, so now more of these pieces. I do not have any background music. I apologize. Next time there'll be background music, I promise. Alright, so now times 4 of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and they go inside. Inside with a space in the middle, on the top and the bottom. Yeah, I'm not sure if you guys have seen, but I've been posting videos of my World Cup Vancouver, Canada adventures. No, I've not been to any games because they're stupidly expensive, but I have been, cheering on my fellow Canadians as they tried and failed to win the World Cup, unfortunately. Alright, so I got one of these and one more round piece, and then 2 little red things. Alright, so this goes here, this goes, what's the point? Like, is anyone going to see this? That's what's crazy with the Legos, is no one sees the insides, but the insides keep it all together. Like, why couldn't those two be the same piece? Okay, now we got 2 of these white pieces and 2 of these blue pieces, and it shows me going on there. Times 2, and then they go yeah, that's not going to work. How is that supposed to work? Putting in 2 3-peg things. Okay, I guess it does work. What the hell? Alright. Now we got, that looks pretty thick. And that looks a lot, is that 2? Oh, that's why. Times 2. And where is that going? That is going here, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, now we got 4, 3, 4 of those doodads. Yes, those are officially called doodads. One doodad. 2 2 doodads. 3 doodads, 4. And I have those hooks all going the right direction. All right. Page 24. Man, I need better eyesight. All right, so we got 2 rampy looking pieces. 2 rampy looking pieces. All right, let's start with those because I can't see anything else. In front of the doohickeys. And in the middle, there's a half round piece. Which goes there. 2, 1. Now we got just a round black piece and a round blue piece. They look the same. Are they the same? No, but the black one goes here. The blue one goes here. That is that. All right, so now a yellow piece, that color piece, I think that piece, and I think that piece. So like that. Like that, and then where's my little gray piece with the image on it? That goes right there. Okay, now put it flush against the red. Oh wait, that piece comes off real easy. That sucks. Alright, that's that. Now we got a screw looking, maybe that's a joist. No, that's because it's a gear shift knob. A whole page for that. Whole page for this. Outside on the red. That doesn't work. Those are different pieces. Alright, those are correct. Alright, so now we got 2 of these L's facing out. Doom. Now we got, looks like some wheel wells. Now we got to turn. Wheel wells. Now we got this long piece, this piece, and this piece times 2. It's almost like you gotta guess where they go, man. Okay, so this goes on the front, This goes on the front. This goes on the front. And then this goes in behind them all. That's that. Alright, so now these pieces go down, down. Yeah, that was my phone. Okay, so we got 2 of these. 2. Those are not the same. Oh no, they're the same. 2 of those and 2 of these. Which I'm supposed to put on there like that. And then they go on the sides here. Do they stick up? They're flush. That's on there. That's on there. Coming along nicely. Now we have 2 of these. 2 of these. Something like that. And then over top of the, but plus to the front there and there. All right. Oh, so now it wants me to go to bag number 2, but yet there's pieces remaining. Why do there have pieces remaining? Bag number 2. Coffee. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I'm excited. I think I have only one. Do I? I don't even have it on display. But I got a Boba Fett Slave 1 Lego. I actually bought it already built, so I didn't even have the joy of the pleasure of building it. Alright, so I can put that aside now. We got times 1. We got times times 2. And what's this? Times 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Really? So I just, why not just do that in one piece? So silly. Make an 8 brick piece. But I guess that defeats the purpose of building Legos when they make it a 5-piece set. Then they call it Duplo or Mega Blocks. Alright, and then alright, so that looks right. Now that looks upside down. And the front of the car, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, now what is this? Looks like a sticker. Yeah, save stickers for later. I'm sure I can figure it out. Okay, so we got one piece. It's almost like you gotta... Alright, so that obviously goes right there. Now we got 3 blue pieces, which go around the thing I just made. Right? Right. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, so now I'm looking for 2 pieces that look like that. And 1 piece that looks like that. So that 1 piece, so it looks like it goes right here. And then these go here. But only if they click. Alright. Now we got 2 of these on either side of the part I just put on. Correct? Correct. Correct. Yeah, I know they've made a couple of different time machines in Lego form, but the Speed Champions I think is I don't know, I guess the cars are just a different scale. They go better with the minifigures. I think I got a little tiny one. I'm not sure what it was from, but alright, so I need 2 of these. One of those. Alright, so that dark gray, one of those, and 2 blue studs. Alright, so the blue stud goes to the gray stud, and then the gray stud goes to the blue stud, and then the red stud goes to the blue stud. So the red goes on this side, and the blue goes on this side. Is that right? Looks right to me. We'll find out. One of those, 2 of those. So I can see these blue ones up here now. And then this guy's snuggling in behind there. Excellent. Oh yeah, this, I don't know if this has a Mr. Fusion on it. Because this is back, oh no, it does. Where is it, Mr. Fusion? Yeah, I guess here's some of the stickers. Stickers on there. Is that pretty? I guess that looks printed on. I hope the tires are rubber. Alright, so I'm on this page here. We got this and one little blue stud. One little blue stud. So that goes there. So now I got the other side. Same thing. Blue stud. I'm assuming, because you can't see it, that it will mirror the other side. Excellent. Now I need two little rampy looking pieces and two little pill shop pieces. So we got one ramp going that way, and then that goes over here. And then I'm going to mirror that here and go over here. Excellent. Alright, so we got a grill. We got two thingamabobbers. Is that a red square and a green square? Alright, so thingamabobber goes there. And this one we got a red and a green. Red, yellow, green, know what I mean? Alright, so those don't match. That's lame. What the hell? It just put it here, it says. Well, I will do that. When things are attached by one peg, I get worried. That's just one peg. Alright, one peg it is. But I'm assuming something will go on top of it. Alright, so we got one of these and one of whatever that piece is. Is that this piece? With no pegs on it? Oh, that's the flux capacitor. But which side is which? They're both printed on. One has a top and one has a... Man, it's so not obvious. So I guess that goes inside there. How does that look? Flux capacitor is fluxing. And then that goes in between those things. There we go. Flux capacitor is fluxing. Now, are these the seats? Alright, so this goes like that. Then this goes like that. Is that right? And then, well, here's where the fun begins. So why not put these in half an hour ago? Alright, I'm glad those weren't put that and the seats move. That's pretty cool. Alright, seats installed. One piece going behind the flux capacitor, right? Alright, now we got one piece that looks like this. And I don't, so what is that? So it goes like that then. Right? I guess so. There's only one of them. Oh, of course I'm still collecting. Here's my, just having, I've got one Mandalorian Black Series. I think the only other one I really want is Zeb, and I just haven't seen him yet. Got some trap jaw goodness. Some McFarlane Hellboy goodness. I don't know if you just saw, I got the, where's the box? The Lego Playmobil minibus, which is pretty awesome. A new ride for Hammerhead. Alright, so now just showing that the part moves. Okay. So now I got two of these sticks and two more of these. Alright, so stick and then push down twice. Push down. Okay, now where? Where do they go now? Yeah, in the holes? Just loose in the holes? Or do they, oh no, okay. I want reasons. Why do they go there? Oh, I didn't realize I had the option to make it Back to Future Part 1 or Part 2. I'll have to, I'm sure there's a point in the instructions where they're like, oh, use this green piece if you're doing this, and use this brown piece if you're doing this. Okay, so two of these. And two of these. I'm assuming, so. Oh, that goes. My God. They don't make these for Rick-sized hands, I'm telling you that. Alright, so that's in there. Times 2. Can I get it wrong? Alright, that's in there. So now where do these go? These go on the sides of these things. What? What is the point? Well, that's what it says they go. Alright, so now I got this, and this, and this. Okay, so that, I guess it's centered. Oh my God, man, that's so hard to see. So if you're showing it to me like this, I have to assume it goes in like this. So does it do anything? It's just weird, man. Weird, man. So we got one red peg going in, the only thing I got here. I don't know how that... It doesn't appear to be the same. That's flush and down, and mine is like a rotating part, so I'm a little confused. Something's wrong here, because according to this picture it looks pretty straight up and down, and it's not an option. Well, I'm not taking it all apart. Yeah, that makes no sense at all. No sense at all. And so there's, again, all the extra pieces. Please don't give me extra pieces. I don't want extra pieces. Bag 3. It's like they get smaller and smaller with every bag. Oh, okay, so you got Mr. Fusion or no Mr. Fusion. Alright, so I haven't seen any Mr. Fusion parts yet. Alright, so we got one of these pieces. What a waste of a page to put one thing on it. Is this the piece? That's it, just one little thing. And that goes right on the top in the middle. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that, but oh well. It'll get figured out in time. Alright, so we got this piece. And So do that twice. Okay, so now those go here. Right, that's that. Now we got, oh, is this the Mr. Fusion option? It doesn't even look the same, man. Alright, I guess it does look the same. Alright, let's put on this one little blue piece. Okay, that looks like it goes. Alright, a little wire there. Times 1. Now we got 2 little red pieces and what I believe is these 2 pieces that I can't really see. I think that's right. Nope, it goes like this. And it goes on the blue part. On the blue part. Yes, that's right. That red peg is supposed to be in a black back stud. Okay, maybe I see what you mean. Just like that. Much better. Oh, it looks like it's a second stud. Oops. Christ. Great Scott! I think I figured it out. Thank you, sir. Okay, so now I got 2 pieces that look like this. But yet there's only 1 piece that looks like that. There you go. 2 pieces that look like... That's not the same piece, man. That is not the right piece. Those pieces... Alright, Alright, so that is the right piece. Nope. Excuse me, camera. Oh my God. So small. Alright. So I believe that's what it's telling me to do. Okay, so now that goes here, and only one peg on one side, and two pegs on this side. Go figure. Alright, so we got two little ramps. Two little ramps. Alright, so that piece times one. That piece times one. That piece times two. Do they not go together? Okay, so it looks like it goes here. And here. With just go on the top of it. It doesn't show to go on the red peg. Like that. And now I guess that's right. God, why do they make these so complicated? So I got this times two. This times two. And then we got square clear times two. And square red times six. Okay, so it goes black, then clear, then red, red, red. Red, red, red. Alright, so I guess I do that twice. Got black, then clear, then red, red, red. Red, red wine. Alright, I got two of those pieces. Now let's figure out where they go. I'm kind of really with the one stud attachment. But the Lego engineers, they know what they're doing. Alright, Alright, so we got 2 angled up yellow pieces. With paint on them. Stay. Oh, it's beginning to take shape. Alright, so now we got one of those. And a grill piece that I do not see. Unless it's a black grill piece. No, that's different. That's different. That's different. That's different. It has to be a black grill piece. Okay, where does that go? That goes there. Alright. Alright, so now got this piece. Why does it look wider? It's the same size piece. And that can't be right. So like this. It's like that. And then that. So I'm assuming I do that twice. And then to mirror the other one, these are not the same. These are not the same, Rick. You messed up. There you go. So does the part with the gray part go on the inside or the outside? God, sometimes, man, I just don't understand. So I wish they would show it here on this side so I could see if it's on correctly, but they don't. They only show it on the other side. Alright, so I've already done that. Alright, here, that's what I'm looking for. Excellent. Excellent. Alright, so now we got this stupid piece, and this piece with printing on it. So turn that way, put that on there, and then shows a sticker on there. So I believe this is a two-way street, so let's, right, and then decorative piece here. Okay, and then where do they go? Here on the side. Like that. Because I can see the peg there. Alright, so no stickers, no. Okay, alright, so that's the other side that I just did. Alright, so there's our extra pieces. Alright, we're humming along here. How many hours have I been? Bag number 4 of 5 bags. For those that are hanging out, thank you for hanging out. Look at me, I'm knurling. Oh, there's another wheel well. There's another wheel well. I don't like. I dropped a piece that is probably not an extra piece. Damn it. All right. How long is this going to take me to find? Yeah, it's gone, man. Well, oh, there we go. A little blue stud. All right, so bag number 4. And already the first part I can't find. So, a white piece and a 3-studded black round piece. All right, the white piece, we are going this way. White piece goes there. How can you center a 3-stud piece on a 4-stud part? You can't. What the hell, man? Clearly it shows this piece centered on there. Because I can see a stud on that side. Maybe it goes off. It's offset. For whatever reason, it's offset. Oh well. Figured it out. Until it doesn't work. Alright, so we got one of these. And one of these. And again, I'm just looking at the picture to see what's different. Like, the not explaining where parts go part bothers me. So now that I have this piece, I just guess, okay, so it goes there. But come on, man. Give some direction to people. This goes here. Alright, okay, that's that. But honestly, be more productive, Lego. Alright, so I need 5 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, and now the last one is a black one. But it's different. It's a female piece, and it looks like a sticker goes on there. Put stickers later. Alright, so is this all times 2? Doesn't say. That looks correct. And they're not even showing the other side. But yet they're showing the sides already built. So I'm guessing again. So one, 2, 3. So is that just a mistake on Lego's part by not showing me to build that side? 5, and then 1 black piece. And the black piece goes towards the front. Like so. I believe, and if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. Alright, so here is it says you only need 1 of these, but there's 2 sides, so you need 2 of them, so it's not accurate. And then 2 little gray studs. Alright, so that looks like that goes right to the edge. And then a stud. And then a stud. Alright, so let's repeat. Repeat. And repeat. Alright, and then, okay, that's just showing. So I need this. What the hell is this piece? And that goes on there. Is it the rear view mirror? So another gray piece. Right. And then round to the front. Excuse me. I believe that's correct. Now we got a long piece. And then what do we got here? One single ramp piece. I believe goes there. Just say ×1. It is starting to look like something. It needs wheels. Oh, steering wheel. All right, steering wheel. I just have trouble seeing the black pieces. I'm not gonna lie. It's a very small black pieces. Okay, so that goes there. That goes there. Well, it doesn't really stick out too much. Oh well. No, a big deal. Alright, so piece. Oh, there we go. There's the November 5th, 1955, October 26th, 1985, and October 26th, 1985. Alright, and that goes directly beside the steering wheel. Click. Man, I'm like literally halfway through this book. That's insane. Alright, so I need a little rampy piece that wants a sticker, but I'm not putting on a sticker right now, so alright, that's part of his dashboard. Now this piece does not exist. Oh, I've already done this side. Boom. And hopefully I've already done it correctly. Yeah, okay. Wow. Zipping through these pages. Yep, did that. Alright, so now we got, what was that, a 4 stutter? And a 2 stutter. And does that go in the middle? And then offset. Offset, I believe that's correct. And now we got a blue L shape and a blue L shape. Good, good, good. And then we got a blue stud And another blue stud. And now we got a white thingamajiggy. Another white thingamajiggy. Okay. Now we got here we got is that right? That's what it shows to do. It shows this piece, but it just seems like a weird angle. Alright, so now that goes on there. And that goes on there, is that right? It's like a spoiler. Now we got look right. Looks right to me. Next. Alright, so alright, so now we got another white piece. And a gray piece. Right, like that, like that. Now we got some more blue. And then more blue studs. Boom. Now, this attaches to the car somehow. Let us. That would be how I think it would go. Fingers crossed. All right, now one red piece. All right, now we got two wheel wells. Excellent. Two wheel wells, one red piece. We got another L piece. Another 8 stud piece. All right, one, that's that. The long piece across the front here. Okay. Black piece across the front here. And only 2 extra pieces on that bag. The final bag. Thanks for hanging with me. Oh, of course, there's another bag inside this bag. Oh, but now we're getting cool looking pieces like that. Ooh, rubber tires. I like me some rubber tires. All right, let's put the tires aside. roof here. Out of time. Do I open this bag yet, or do I wait? Let's wait and see if I need something. Okay, so we got a flat piece. Kind of looks like it goes right dab in the middle. And then this piece goes here. This piece goes here. And now we got this little angled piece, which I believe goes here, like that. And there should be another one. Should there not be another one? Yeah, it clearly shows two of those pieces, but I do not see that piece here. Three of those pieces. Alright, so maybe I do need to go into that extra bag. Ooh, hubcaps. Yeah, weird, man. Weird, man. Alright, let's... And of course, that piece I need is in here. Why would you do that, Lego? Alright. Boom, 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 boom. Page 100. Step 92. Alright, so we got two of these and two of these and two of these. So move the things aside. Oh, that was a dark piece. Are these all the same color? These all appear to be the same color to me. So the front. The front. This goes here. This goes here. And these go here. Boom. Wow. This piece. That's could be more satisfying, but all right, so now we got this, and then this, and then this, all right, Alright, so this has to be, oh no, there's a light gray piece there. A light gray piece there. Alright, so I'm assuming I'm building that twice. Okay, so where do these go? These go just like that. Wow, one peg. One peg's the rule of them all. And now we got this dark gray piece. This dark gray piece with all the pegs pointing up. Pegs pointing up. We got some curved. All right, I need that straight one and that straight one. Okay, so what do we got here? We got more decorative pieces with a window in them. Never put together pieces like this before. I think they only go one way because I just tried to put it the other way and it didn't go. Now this is not going in at all. Wow, those are weird pieces. Alright, so oh, these are the headlights? Sort of, kinda. Alright, now these little pieces. The last pieces were put in upside down. Most likely. I'm curious which ones you mean. Not these ones. We'll figure it out, Mr. B. Okay, so now we got these wraparound fun pieces. Alright, and they're calling for the DMC sticker there. I'll do that eventually. And now, boom. Excellent. Page 103. All right, so we got this piece. Let's just move you all out of the way. This piece. Gets this little dark gray piece. And then it gets this little, I believe, a clear piece. Now there's two of those, so let's just repeat. Oh, that's wrong. Okay, so where does that go? This goes here. So that would make this one go here, pointing down, pointing down. Okay, both steps completed. Now, these things do go along the side. That's why they have these bendy wires. Alright, so it starts here. Goes in there. And then it goes down. And what, it just wraps around that? What the hell? So what does it, how do I, who is a, the hell, man? How does it end up here? Alright. Under here. There's no thing for it to attach to. Just a slot. Which I have to put my thumb on to hold it. Then if it carries along here to this slot, which just falls off because it's one Lego stud holding it. That can't be right, man. It's a Lego set, not a lay the piece on set. But that is exactly what the instructions say to do. Put this here, and put this there, and put this there. So there. There's nothing to hold those parts on. Alright, so we will revisit those interesting parts later, because they do not work how they say it works. And I'm looking at these instructions. There's no new Lego parts added. Okay, so got this part. So does it go on there like that? Really? times 2. I would need the second part if I'm going to be doing times 2. So here we go. Times 2. Okay, and they go. My God, man. Alright, that wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. Okay. So now what are these? Why are there drill pieces? I don't recognize these green parts that I only have one of. Times 1, times 1. Okay, well, let's do what it says. It says times 1, times 1. This goes here. Alright. And now we got this part going there is nothing for this to attach to. Like just like that. One peg? I don't like the one peg system, man. The one peg system is pretty lame. The one. Wow, that is pretty. Not gonna lie, man. Will this fall apart the minute I'm done? So now then this one goes here. And that one goes there, so there's no in between. In between, in between. Yeah, I don't like the one peg, man. The one peg system is lame. One peg holding these pieces on. That's terrible. Looks good, but I mean, it's terrible construction-wise. Alright, so that's each of these pages. Yeah, one peg is the best way to lose pieces. Alright, so now I've taken off this part somewhere. What the hell, man? Oh well, I'll figure it out, man. Fuck. I'm not even bothering with this hose shit, man, because it doesn't do what it says it does. It clearly does not do what it says it does. So, let's bypass that. I don't know why these pages even exist, because I've already done all those parts. Alright, so this thing... I don't recognize this part either. So why wouldn't you put this part in earlier when you have access to it? Because now I literally need tools to put in whatever unrecognizable part this is. I don't remember this in the Back to the Future movie. Like, what the hell are those, man? There's no... The hell, man? That's it. Like, they're just little things that go like that. That's pretty stupid, man. Not gonna lie, that's very stupid. So now what are you telling me? Page 122 and 128. Okay, here's where you choose not Mr. Fusion or Mr. Fusion. Well, yeah, I want me some Mr. Fusion action. So, Mr. Fusion. Mr. Fusion is so tiny. Well, oh, so I see. The Mr. Fusion has the future license plate, where the other one, I don't know. I like Out of Time better, man. I don't care what anyone says. Boom. It's not the right font, but it works. Alright, so Mr. Fusion is done. Okay, now we got wheels. Wheel action. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so let's put these hubcaps on. I can do that, right? Or do I not? I'm confused. Which is... Alright, so... it shows this going on here. It's what it shows. Something's not right about that, but we'll figure it out. So now we got the long part of the peg going in the wheel. And then this part. Okay. The long part of the peg going in the wheel. Okay, 4 wheels. 4 wheels. Wait, so you can't flip the wheels? You have to choose which wheels. Oh, that's lame. So you choose which wheels. But yet, they only give you 4 wheels. Alright, let's... So now I need... Back to the Future normal wheels. Oh, so they're different pegs even. What the hell? I like the idea of the 2 wheel options, but I don't like the idea of you have to You can't actually, like the Playmobil, you can turn the damn wheels back and forth. I'm positive. Oh, that part didn't go right. All right. Wheels. Okay, so those are the extra pieces for that. So I believe I'm done, but yet there's 20 pages left. Many parts left. Mr. Fusion. Yeah, so the wheel options. Let's just put those parts together so they don't ever get lost. Okay, so that, I believe, is the conclusion of this build minus these stupid wires. A lot of extra parts and some stickers. I will hold off on the stickers for now, but I'm going to put these extra parts away. Extra parts. Lots of extra parts over here. Surprisingly, like 30 extra parts. And not all of them are for the, you know, Mr. Fusion options. Some of them are just for no good reason. Here's my extra parts. As well as oh, wait a minute, I didn't see it anywhere in the book. Putting on this antenna. The antenna's with, oh, okay, I guess because the antenna wasn't with the Mr. Fusion version. I get it. I get it. But yeah, what I don't get, now let me look at the box here, is how those stupid hoses go on. There must be a way that these feed. Alright, so this was on this side because it just doesn't make any sense, man. Like, you know, there's no logic to how this piece there's nothing at all for it to attach to. Nothing. It's just there's nothing there. There's nothing there. There has to be an explanation for this. because it's not how it says it is. It just says it hooks under. It doesn't even say, it just shows a circle. So let's try this side, because it's no different than the other side. Just wrap it under here for no logical reason, and back under this other part that doesn't hold anything up, and then slap it onto this thing, because you can't slap it onto that thing. Like, what the fuck, man? Seriously? These hoses are completely bogus. Completely bogus. So, I don't know, -4 stars for not having me be able to put those parts on. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty fucking stupid. But there is the time machine without the stickers. Fun build. Yeah, it's a fun build, but I'm not gonna lie, I am very disappointed that these stupid parts do not go on. They just don't go on. Completely stupid, but yeah, man, it's a pretty cool looking set. Just a little disappointed that those wires don't go on. If the Playmobil DeLorean is a 10 out of 10, this is a 5 out of 10. The figures are better. I don't like that you can't just fold down the wheels. To me, that's stupid. Yeah, I think this cost me $35. So yeah, I'm not super impressed, but I'm glad I got it. Thanks to everyone who joined me in this stressful Lego time machine build, and enjoy the rest of your America Day and Canada Day weekend. Cheers, everyone.